Hello, everyone. Before we dive into today's topic, we want to take a moment to thank you for your support. Every like, comment, and subscription truly makes a difference and helps this channel grow. If you enjoy our content and don't want to miss our upcoming videos, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive all notifications. Every sunrise tells a story. On Earth, the rising sun is a moment of daily rebirth, a familiar phenomenon that colors the sky with warm and reassuring hues. Light slowly spreads, dissolving the darkness of night and announcing a new beginning. But what would happen if we could witness the sunrise on other worlds? Far from our planet, in the farthest corners of the solar system and beyond, the day begins in ways that challenge our imagination. Imagine standing on the rugged volcanic surface of Jupiter's moon, Io. The landscape around you is surreal. Frozen sulfur deposits color the ground with shades of yellow, red, and orange. Active volcanoes and lava fields rise everywhere, some of them ejecting enormous fountains of molten rock hundreds of kilometers into the sky, creating a vibrant and hellish atmosphere. At dawn, your gaze turns eastward. Slowly, the horizon is painted with a deep, blood-red hue. The sunlight, reflecting off the massive volcanic formations, appears as a white-hot ball of fire rising over the scorched landscape. But the most striking sight is not the sun itself. It is Jupiter, looming above like a gigantic gas sphere. The planet, covered in turbulent clouds, appears in Io's sky almost 40 times larger than our moon. Its dominant presence is accompanied by swirling storms and colorful vortices moving across its surface, with other moons passing by like small satellites. Sunrise on Io is neither gentle nor romantic. It is a vision of a primordial and ferocious world, where fire and ice intertwine in a whirlwind of energy. Despite its harsh nature, Io could be a fascinating destination for humans, though its gravity and hostile environment make colonization an almost impossible challenge. Now we find ourselves on Titan, Saturn's largest moon. Titan's surface, covered in frozen methane and dark hydrocarbon dunes, creates a landscape that might resemble a terrestrial desert, but with a surreal feel. Titan's atmosphere is dense and orange, with a sky that, at sunrise, sinks into a golden twilight. However, the sun remains a vague and blurred entity, never visible in its full splendor. The thick clouds of methane and nitrogen envelop the moon, allowing only a soft, diffused light to filter through, creating a mysterious atmosphere. During the day, Titan's landscape is perpetually shrouded in an orange mist, a dim glow that makes the environment eerie, yet captivating. The lakes of liquid methane reflect the faint light, creating small, shimmering waves that seem to glisten in the cold, while Titan's temperatures are far lower than those on Earth. The breeze sweeping across its surface is frigid and still, and every breath in its rarefied atmosphere would be difficult. Sunrise on Titan is thus an experience from another world, far removed from anything we know. Now, we are on Pluto, the smallest planet at the edge of our solar system. The environment surrounding us is icy, with temperatures dropping as low as 230 degrees Celsius. The surface is covered in frozen nitrogen dunes and mountains of water ice. Before dawn, visibility is nearly non-existent. The atmosphere is so thin that there is nothing to scatter the darkness. The silence is absolute, almost eerie. As the sun rises, the horizon begins to glow faintly with a dim light. The sun, distant and small, appears as a bright dot in the sky. The light reaching Pluto is about 250 times weaker than what we receive on Earth, but it is enough to bring some warmth and color to a world that would otherwise be shrouded in eternal darkness. Pluto's frozen surface begins to glow with a bluish hue, and the ice starts to thaw during the brief summer periods. Nearby, Pluto's moon, Charon, appears gigantic in the sky, a silent companion on this cold and endless journey. Next stop, Kepler 22b. One of the most Earth-like exoplanets we have discovered so far. This world lies in the habitable zone of its star, a sun-like star. On Kepler 22b, sunrise is a fascinating experience. The sky slowly turns soft shades of blue, fading into greens and purples depending on the atmospheric gases. The star of Kepler 22b, though smaller than our sun, emits a light that paints the landscape in a golden-green hue. During the day, this alien world is immersed in a delicate glow that reflects off its water surfaces or the vegetation that might dominate its terrain. If life exists on Kepler 22b, it would thrive under a gentle light, never too intense, yet sufficient to sustain an ecosystem completely different from our own. Proxima Centauri b, a planet orbiting the closest star to our Sun, is another prime candidate in the search for life beyond Earth. Its star, Proxima Centauri, is dimmer than our Sun, and the planet is located about 4.24 light-years away from us. The side of Proxima Centauri b that is in perpetual daylight exists in an eternal twilight, but as the sun rises, the landscape transforms. When the star begins to rise on the horizon, a luminous sphere slowly spreads over the planet's mountainous terrain, painting the landscapes in deep blood-red hues. As the star reaches its highest point, the scenery is bathed in an eerie light, while bursts and flares of solar radiation flicker in the sky, creating irregular and dramatic color displays. The Small Magellanic Cloud is a dwarf galaxy following our Milky Way. Here, sunrise would be a unique experience. The sky is never completely dark, but always illuminated by glowing nebulae and arcs of light. The Milky Way's band appears as a massive arch-like structure in the sky, serving as a backdrop to a continuous light show. When the first sun rises, its light would reflect in a faint orange glow, but the scene would be dominated by a constant movement of blue, green, and red colors as new stars are born and die in an ongoing cosmic cycle. The Orion Nebula is one of the most famous star-forming regions. Here, there is no stable horizon, as we are immersed in a cloud of gas and dust where new stars are being born. At sunrise, young stars pierce through the mist, cutting through the darkness with brilliant beams of light. Colors explode in the sky, from white to blue, orange to vibrant green. The gas clouds, ready to give birth to new stars, create an incredible dance of colors and radiation, a cosmic masterpiece unfolding in real time. In the dense globular cluster NGC 6544, which houses some of the oldest stars in the galaxy, night never truly exists. Stars shine constantly, creating an everlasting sunrise. The light illuminating the planetary surface results from millions of years of evolution, a continuous explosion of cosmic life. Stars ignite and fade slowly, forming an ongoing cycle of light, a dance that marks the history and growth of the universe itself. This journey through different sunrises on distant worlds reminds us that, in the infinite universe, every dawn has its own story to tell, an event beyond our understanding, yet one that invites us to explore and dream.